favorite songs by Karen Drucker, You Are the Faith of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of
Good morning, Modesto. It's Jill Loving, and I'm a licensed Unity teacher, and I'm helping here at Modesto of Unity, or Unity of Modesto. So welcome everybody, and we're going to start with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And leave us not in temptation, but deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Well, as you can see, we are open at the moment, but keep your eyes on the information coming from the Public Health Department, because they're threatening to put us back to purple next week. So we may have to go back to not being here, really. Of course, who's going to know? Say that out loud. Please wear a mask. Good, all wearing masks, except me, but I have to take it off to talk. I have it here to put straight back on again. And if our only communication at the moment is our monthly newsletter, so if you haven't received one, we haven't got your information, so you need to get it to us, please, as soon as possible. You can send us a line, email us, or leave a message on the machine, 209-578-5433. Office hours for church remain at Tuesday and Thursday, 11:30 to 12:30 at the moment. At those times, you can stop off to purchase your script gift cards, drop off recycling or your donations and tithes, stuff for the food pantry, and you could also send in your prayer requests by email along with your tithes. You can do that by email too. Clever is that, hey? If you're shopping on Amazon, please remember to use the Smile for Unity of Modesto. If you're making plans for Thanksgiving, again, keep an eye on the tiers and make the best safe decision for you and your family. And the sign is up. Hands up, all those people who noticed it. Good. Trust you're pleased with it. And thank you very much, Signworks people, who did it for us. Daily word for today. Sunday, November the 15th, halfway through the month already. I flow with divine love as I give and receive kindness. The word kindness triggers feelings of warmth, connection, and love in my heart. I smile as I recall ways that friends, family members, and others have shown me kindness. I feel again the gratitude and blessing I experience in these moments. Gratitude, love, and a beautiful awareness of connection fill my heart and mind in a remarkably similar way when I remember kindnesses that I have shared. The movement of electrons through a wire creates a current, a flow. As kindness moves from person to person, it creates a flow of divine love. Both giving and receiving are essential to this current of love. So I look for opportunities to share acts of kindness. I welcome with a grateful heart the kindness others share with me. And from Micah, what does the Lord require of you but to do justice and to love kindness and to walk humbly with your God? So be it. Our affirmation. No, prayer box next. Into this. Anything but flexible. All the prayer requests that come into us each week are collected together, sent out to the prayer chaplains, and they pray over them for the month. And then they're sent on to Silent Unity, and they pray with them for another month. So prayers that are put in here get a lot of prayer work. And we know that through prayer, all things are possible. And so it is. Our affirmation for November. I am grateful. I am alive in the energy of gratitude. Okay? I am grateful. I am alive in the energy of gratitude.
We're now preparing for meditation. In the silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. Love is there. In the silence, where every color blends and every rainbow ends, good is there. In the light, now you find that you know peace of mind. In the silence, your path is paved in gold, and all your dreams unfold. Love is there. Peace is there. Truth is there. God is there.
As we move into meditation, I am pleased to introduce you to Haywood Leverette, who is a member of Unity of Merced and a long-time student of Unity.
Not sure if I'm supposed to do a prayer, meditation. Okay, so we take this opportunity to close our eyes, go within, and just connect with that wonderful, loving spirit that is within us. The all-giving spirit, the all-loving spirit, all-wise spirit. In this spirit we find rest, peace, comfort, and joy. We let go and let God. Let go and let God. And as we come back to this space and time, after we've connected with ourselves and each other, it's a beautiful place to be where God just allows us to remind us we are what we are and how we came to be. And so it is. So, done the daily word? Okay, we're good.
You're on.
I'm on. Well, I love those words because it reminds me I'm not on, God is on. So, as Jill says, I'm a longtime student of Unity, but my background is apostolic and Baptist. I came through Unity through selling Amway for a while. Positive books, a great gathering. And then I ran into a minister from Science of Mind. And as I learned from Science of Mind, it led a pathway to Unity. And when I heard the message, light went off, or light came on in my head. And I said, there's some truth to this. Something I dare not challenge when I was in the other religion. But I understood now that it was okay to make that challenge. The question what God is and who God is and not limit God, but to allow God to expand in my life and soul. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. I spoke once many years ago at a church, and I wasn't quite sure if I was ready for it. So it took me many years to come to this place again. So the Spirit was building up in my soul, in my mind, and my heart to do it. And I've got a big fat mouth at times, and I mentioned it to Jill. And Jill, as you all know, and we found out, she puts things into action. Jill gets behind the scenes and get it started. The service isn't about Jill, but I just got to give some accolades to Jill here. And I mentioned it to Jill, and Jill jumped right on it right away. Says one of the board members, Mike at my church, he says, "Get with Mike, he'll get you on he'll schedule a talk for you." And I did my first talk. And my God, I just kind of burst because I felt that connection, and I felt where I can share with everyone that around me what God is and how God is. So at this time, I want to thank you all for allowing me here. And I've said many times before, when I look out among the crowd here, I see myself. I connect with you. You're a part of me. You connect with me. So I thank myself for being here to support me. And so I'm not separate from anything that God made, because I am from the breath of God, as we all are, and as everything is. So after having said that, when Jill notified me that did I want to come and speak in Modesto Church, and I had to weigh it, I was thinking about those things, and I said, okay, what am I going to talk about? I had the hardest time. But then I realized, I says, what am I doing? I'm putting myself out to give some information, or am I letting God come forth to give that information? And that's where I stepped back And that's when God comes in. Now, I still couldn't get my talk. So one morning I got up and I held Joy, and she was with me here a couple of Sundays ago. And I count the bond. She encourages me, and she sits and prays and meditates. Beautiful soul. And I gave her a hug. When I gave her that hug, it hit me. It just came to me. It was like a light went off. And I said, I got it. I got it. I'm no longer toying with it. So my talk today is stepping out on the water. And so stepping out on the water, it's action and it's faith. And I got that from when Jesus was ministering to some of the people. So he needed some time to get away from the people because the crowd was rough. He needed to go away as usual to find that upper place within his consciousness to pray and to connect with spirit. And Jesus said, he told the disciples, you take the ship, the boat, and you go out and you come back for me later. Well, as he found out that morning, the ship was still out in the waters and there was a storm brewing. And no thought to Jesus, no big problem. He got up and he walked on the water to the ship, to the boat. And when they saw him, and he said, this is from Matthew's, and it said, immediately Jesus made disciples set the boat, get into the boat, and go ahead of him to the other side while he dismissed the crowd. After he had dismissed them, he went up to a mountainside by himself to pray. Later that night, he was alone, and the boat was already a considerable distance from land, buffeted by the waves because the wind was against it. Now, I use this text because emotions, especially in this day and time where the emotions are going up and down and our faith is being wavered and we're not steady. We're not at peace. But Jesus was showing a very point here. You can walk above those emotions and above those fears and have peace. He demonstrated that by walking above them. He did not sink. Shortly before dawn, Jesus went out to them walking on the lake. When the disciples saw him walking on the lake, they were terrified. It's a ghost. You ever think about that? If you're just peaceful, nothing going on in your, doesn't seem like anything going on in your life, just at peace, being in that place. Is he dead? He's not disturbed by anything. What is this man? But this is what Jesus was trying to show. It's a ghost, they said, and they cried out in fear. But Jesus, very simple for him, he says, Jesus immediately said to them, take courage, it is I. Don't be afraid. I do this all the time. This is who I am. Oh, that's why we were afraid. Now, he's already demonstrated a lot of miracles going through life, but walking on the water? Jesus said to you, Lord, is it? Peter said, tell me to come. If it's you, Lord, tell me to come unto you on the water. And Jesus said, come. Peter stepped out on the water. Peter stepped out on faith. Peter walked on those waters. A demonstration of faith and understanding to bring you to peace. That was a demonstration of peace within Peter and peace within us all, that we can step out on no matter what was going on. And Peter, because the winds were against it and the seas were going, Peter began to sink. And Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. He gave him a thought to think about. He said, "Why did you doubt?" Where did you doubt? Where did your faith waver that you cannot trust the almighty genius of God, the universe that created everything? Where did you doubt? There was nothing here but God. He created everything from the beginning to what we see. And you doubt me in this particular place to hold you up in peace. Where do you doubt today? I have to add this into it. I know with this pandemic that's going on, they say there's no vaccine. I tell you today, there is a vaccine. The vaccine is the one that created you, that holds this whole universe in place. That is your vaccine. He did not leave you limitless without any form of holding your life together, because some say there is no vaccine. There's a God, you hear, you breathe, there is a vaccine. Where do you doubt? Ask yourself that question. Where do you doubt? Go within. Have faith. Affirmative prayer, faith. Look around you. There's no lack. There's billions of cells within your body right now. There's billions of organisms that you can't see. There is no lack. There's billions of photosynthesis that gives you light. There is no lack. There's breath that comes with oxygen and carbon dioxide. There is no lack. There's only abundance. And abundance is health. When I look around and see the colors and I see all the different people, I see the stars and I see the clouds. There is no lack. There is no lack within you. Just your separation of consciousness. When your consciousness is in tune and in tune with the God that was in you, you find peace. You find what you're looking for. You find what He's given you. So, Wayne Dyer said, the more you see yourself as what you like to become and see it, what you want is already there, the more you activate the dominant forces that will calibrate to transform your dream into reality. The more you do that, what are you thinking about daily? I know the mind sometimes wants to wander, but you can always find some time to set aside to think affirmative in all the abundance that God is, all the health that God is, all the love that God is, all the peace that God is, all the capacity that God is inside you. When you realize that it's inside you, you will see it outside yourself. I love the idea when when Adam and Eve and God created the Garden of Eden. And when Adam walked, he walked and felt God everywhere in all aspects of life. He was connected with God. This is a Garden of Eden. Everywhere you go, everyone that you touch, everything that you see, if you see God, that's your Garden of Eden. I touch God. I breathe God. Smell God. Hear God. Connect with that. When you only see God and God only, your Garden of Eden is here. That's that kingdom of heaven that is within you. So rich, so beautiful, so abundant. See God behind all things. See God in all things. Look for God. Wayne Dyer also said, if you knew who walked beside you at all times on the path that you have chosen, you could never experience fear or doubt again. I like to transpose that into, if you knew who walked as you. Hear me again. If you knew who walks as you will never fear doubt and separation again. In every cell of your body, every mind, every heart beat, every thought, everything you smell, everything you feel is God. You'll never see ugliness again. You'll never feel hurt again. You'll always be secure. You'll always have peace. That's stepping out on the water. Wayne Dyer writes, faith affirming. Faith is the complete reliance on the power and goodness of spirit and the firm belief that you are always connected to his goodness. Always affirm your faith and not your doubt. When you affirm that things might not work out, that your troubles continue to mount, that your problems are insurmountable, that God has not been listening, or that you are powerless in the face of so many struggles, you are affirming doubt rather than faith. The ability to know faith and affirm it allows it to manifest in your life. The ability to know faith and affirm it allows it to manifest in your life. Jesus said, my peace I give unto you. This is an affirmation of faith. He certainly was not suggesting that peace is very difficult to have and you must struggle for it. Jesus brought peace into everyone by affirming it. Likewise, in his healing work, he didn't imply that we haven't been having a great deal of success lately with leprosy. But if you listen to me, you have a 30% chance of surviving over the next 5 years. Instead, he declared, you are well, affirming faith at the highest spiritual level, and healing took place. And so I say unto you, Jesus said, I am with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. I am in the midst of you. I am mighty. My presence will go before you and make the crooked path straight. I will go before you to prepare a place for you. For peace, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, not with human honors or human wealth, but it's peace that's sending man's understanding, a peace that comes when the Christ is enthroned in your consciousness, at the source of your health and at the source of your supply, the Christ mind. So I say to you once more, one step more. A hill not hard to climb. A hill is not hard to climb. Take one step at a time. One step is not much to take. One try is too much, it's not too much to make. One step, one try, one song, one smile will shortly stretch into a mile. And everything worthwhile was done by small steps taken one by one. To reach the great, you start for take one step more. Take one step more. And lastly, I'll leave you with, I am keeping my mind on thoughts of happiness. I radiate joy. I am filled with faith, hope, and expectancy. I am a success now. Nothing can hinder me from accomplishing my good. All the power of the universe is in me. I feel it. I know it. And my actions reflect these truths. I see only what I wish to experience and look at nothing else. I believe in God and the limited power of the universe, the great principle of life. I never waver in my belief. There are no failures in the universe. The spirit never fails. I see this. I feel this. I know this. I am a success now. I expect the best. I believe and receive my good today and every day. I see, feel, and know this to be true. Amen. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you so much for your lovely message. I've seen my share of struggle when I thought that I knew best. I sailed through a storm instead of stopping to rest. And it always seemed the hardest when I made up my stubborn mind. Well, I'm changing my ways this time. Wanna be like water coming down a mountain into shadowy canyons, going from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head uphill no more. I am bound for the sea. Have you ever seen an eagle head straight into the wind? He doesn't pick a fight, spreads his wings and just gives in. And in the end he always makes it hold just fine. I guess he knows that every storm subsides. Wanna be like against the stars for the cards that I've been dealt, for the lottery I've never won, for the heartache that I felt. But it always seems when I let go of expectations and regret, life has plenty of surprises for me yet. Wanna be like water flowing down the mountain into shadowy canyons, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head uphill no more. I am bound for the sea. Wanna be like water coming down the mountain into shadowy canyons, flowing from pool to stream. Wanna be like water, head uphill no more. I am bound for the sea.
Thank you, Haywood. We clipped his wings a bit because the microphone is still. Normally he likes to run around the stage, don't you? But we had to make him stand here. Great message always. Good. I'm looking forward to your vaccine. Okay, time for our Thanksgiving and our generosity and our donations and our offering. So take whatever you have to give and hold it in your hands and give it some love. And say with me, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful. Now there's a little basket for your love offerings on the way out, so don't put them back in your pocket. Make sure you keep them in your little hot hands and pop them in the basket. Okie dokie. Peace song, please.
We'll close with the peace song and follow that with a prayer for protection. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. Only are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace be peaceful. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment, peace eternal be. Yes, there is peace on earth, and there it is with me.
And we go out knowing that the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And so it is. Yea, God.